is Zatsu King. I want to see this, the truth about male VTubers. I was just asking, I'm in a Discord of other content creators, other video essayists, like about VTubers, and I asked them that question. I was thinking about that this week. I was like, why do male VTubers struggle so much to take off?
Male VTubers. Disgusting! No, I'm just kidding. A little while back, 3 years or so.
It's way harder to become a successful male VTuber here.
I made a video talking about whether I thought that the male VTuber debuff existed. Now, I've gained a lot of experience as a male VTuber since then, so it felt right to do a follow-up video on whether or not I've changed my mind. In that first video, I said that I thought that there was no male VTuber debuff at the beginner and mid levels of streaming, and possibly only a debuff at the very highest levels.
Really?
I had that opinion because I noticed that there were many examples of femme VTubers that I thought were outstanding that underperformed. And, although I didn't really state it out loud at the time, other examples of male VTubers that I thought had a following way bigger than what their entertainment value merited. Basically, I saw underrated female VTubers and overrated male VTubers, and to me that meant that there was probably no male VTuber debuff. That was 2021 me. He's dead now. What do I think in 2024? I think that there is a debuff, but it's mostly a passive one, not some kind of
passive
conspiracy out to screw us over. Imagine that you have the ability to view perfect information about the current VTuber audience. Completely accurate stats about every single person in the world right now that watches VTuber content at least once a week. I'd be willing to bet $100 that the total audience tend to skew heavily towards male, maybe about 70% even. That audience was introduced to VTubing through various femme VTubers. Keys and I, etc., etc. This leads to the first thing that I've learned over the last 3 years. Content consumers are very, very picky. A person hops on YouTube to watch your videos or your streams on topic A. It is almost impossible to get them to watch your video that you made about topic B. They only want A from you. Even if they like topic B, they've already got a guy for topic B. You're their topic A YouTuber, and you're going to stay that way. The current VTuber audience as a whole heavily favors watching femme VTubers. That's why they got into the niche, and it's borderline impossible to get them to switch. But it's not because they hate dudes or something. This is just a general quirk about viewers, content consumers. There's probably even a sizable chunk of VTuber fans that enjoy watching male streamers, but they prefer facecam streamers and not VTubers for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. People shouldn't be judged about having preferences. Let people...
You know what? That is so true what he said, that I'm sure like a lot of VTubers viewers watch male facecam streamers. They just don't enjoy watching male VTubers. That makes total sense. But somebody else, one of my friends, Ashka, he said that when you're a male VTuber, you have to compete with all the male streamers, including the facecam ones, and that made things very difficult.
People like what they like in peace. So where does that leave us poor homeless VTubers in 2024? Real talk. If you come into VTubing with the intention of building a viewer base of people who already know and like VTubers, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, think about it. That means your target audience is someone who already has a favorite VTuber. It's gonna take so much time and energy to convert them over to your camp. Even if you manage to do it, it won't feel good. At least it wouldn't feel good to me. The better mindset is to find someone out there who either has no idea what a VTuber is, or even someone who knows but dislikes VTubers, and make that person into your fan because you're just that entertaining. That way, that fan will be way, way, way more loyal than someone who's already out there in the VTuber space just shopping around, right? It makes sense. Here's another piece of advice. Think of something that you're obsessed about, preferably one that doesn't already have a VTuber associated with it, and make funny, entertaining videos and streams about that topic. It could be a very replayable video game with a small but dedicated audience, some kind of hobby like woodworking, or a subgenre of hentai that people are super into for some reason, like moth girls or orcs.
What?
The number one mistake that I see new VTubers make is copying the people in the big leagues. They did not get to their size by doing the thing that they're doing right now. Think of your favorite VTuber and do a little digging. I bet you they did something very
I mean, I guess, you know, if we apply his advice to me, although I am not a male VTuber, a lot of people told me that they didn't really know much about VTubers before they found my channel.
very specific, like
Yeah, as
getting
far
to
as you guys know.
Grandmaster in Overwatch or ASMR or something else like that to get to where they are now. You look at them
Yeah.
doing variety streaming right now, but
Yeah.
variety streaming is a trap for growing streamers. Hell, even Germa started out making
Really?
Team Fortress 2 videos. Ludwig was a Smash Brothers Andy, you know, stuff like that. And so
Yeah, but isn't all VTubers variety streamers? There's no VTuber that just one-tricks games, really. I feel like all the VTubers that just play games are variety.
on. I believe that you are an interesting person and that other people out there
Yeah,
will
there
find
there
you
are some VTubers that are one-tricks, like League of Legends VTubers, but it's hard. I think it's harder. True, there are some VTuber gacha streamers. Yeah, like you said, I haven't seen a VTuber stream Blender 3D modeling. If you have like a creative skill and you stream that, it's kind of like doing a 2-in-1 because you're being productive while streaming, and I think people are interested in seeing how you do it. And most VTubers are variety, and when guys do that, they shoot themselves in the foot. Specialization and domination and niche is ideal when starting out. I see.
interesting as well. Just play to your strengths and think about what you genuinely enjoy and obsess about.
Thank
and
you,
I
Madara.
guarantee you that there are at least a couple million people out there that would love to hear you yap about it. One last thing. I said that the male VTuber debuff was mostly a passive one. Mostly. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a tiny but intense group of people out there that seem to really hate male VTubers. They probably
Really?
hate on male VTubers more than they actually watch their favorite, which is kind of crazy to me. When I got into this space, I didn't even know that they existed. I was just a fan, you know, from the OGs of the pre-streaming era to the big corpos of today. Running into them gave me quite a shock because I don't really hang out.
Is he talking about unicorns or just male VTubers haters? Because the unicorns, they just don't like when they're on the stream with their female Oshis. Male VTubers, if you have a deep voice, no smut allegation, or some vibes, you are not in it. Unless shipping VTubers, appearance depends. Unless you are Saikuno, he's flesh, but yeah. Corpse, Kuro, Sayu, Heavenly, or Joel. I think the voice is probably really important, right? Just anecdotal, but I feel like a lot of VTubers in corpos now had PLs that were more focused. Right, like, so maybe actually, Sean, indie VTubers are more focused on some games, and then the corpo VTubers are usually more variety. That would make sense, actually. I could make that distinction to my previous comment. The gaming skill is important. If you are, if you're a challenger in League of Legends, if you are, I don't know, Predator in those shooting games, like the highest skill, people are gonna watch you a lot more than if you are like dog shit bronze 1.
Out in the community spaces of my hobbies. I just kind of enjoy it in a vacuum. Anyway, if you're a male VTuber and things are going...
No, if you are a bad gamer, then you gotta be like a girl because people watch you because they want to feel better about their own bad gameplay. Or secondly, you gotta be like really funny to watch. Like, you gotta not take yourself seriously or rage all the time. Like, there's gotta be some kind of attraction, but it's like you can't really take yourself seriously. Yeah, it's either like you have to be really, really good or so bad that it's like almost cathartic to watch you. That's why I watch you, Rima. Being funny is so important. But at the same time, there's tons of funny people that will never be discovered too. So you really gotta stand out.
Pretty well, you will probably run into these people eventually. I do not think that these people represent VTuber fans.
Yeah.
I would advise that you ignore them and you keep doing your best to entertain your true fans, the ones that find you interesting. I do not think that these haters represent a real male VTuber debuff. They're just a potential stumbling block if you give them too much attention and create unnecessary drama for your community to worry about. So make your space a fun and exciting place and kick out the bad eggs. Don't even feel bad about it. See it as protecting your community. All right. That's my retrospective on male VTubers. Peace.
My quality is very important. Speaking, I mean, if I started my own VTuber agency, I'd probably force all the male VTubers to do BFE content. It would be an Eekman agency. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.